this is Rodney. This is June 7th, and it's been a little bit more than a month since my last update. I'm going to try to make this into one video. I got a lot to show, but I'll just try to keep it short. Okay, I'll start off with my mailbox. Not overly exciting, it's just a box, but I do have it mulched in there, and this has had a few plants in there for a couple years now. I got some salvia and a couple Russian sages off to the sides. The Russian sages haven't bloomed yet. I always like to try to put a cherry tomato in this box. That way whoever's walking by or the mailman could get some if they like it. Over my front yard, off to the side over here, I did do a complete Back to Eden mulching. So I used to have all grass through here, kind of bisected it there between part of my yard and the neighbor's yard over there, until I get into the neighbor's yard anyway. And then I planted I got three lilac bushes, just 3 different varieties. Those will kind of fill out that space over there. And it leaves all this area open up for future vegetables or whatever. Sounds good. I did stick a pumpkin plant over here, and hopefully it'll fill out this area this year and look good. Going into my backyard, all of this has been mulched, and we've got some bricks we picked up for some landscaping projects and stepping stones. We've added several plants in here just to, liven it up, add character. Got some white kale down there. Some lilies that I pulled out of my greenhouse that my daughter had planted a couple years ago. Over there between the logs and stuff, I got some hops growing, some hops vines. Just a whole bunch of things going on here. A little bit of chard lined up there, some dianthus, got a daylily, some hostas, I think that's a bleeding heart there, more daylilies. We can go up against a tree here. I've got some ferns. There's another kale with a purple heart. Got a little container over there. Spearmint. Got some chocolate peppermint in this box here. This little green thing down here. Celery. It's been from one of those heads that you see like on Pinterest where they plant the heads. It's been there about a month, so it's alive still. Not getting tall, but it's alive. More hostas. That one's been walked over by the dog. In that pot I've got my lemon balm, more spearmint, hostas. Just got some lobelia there. It's kind of a decoration there. See, I got a log that kind of steps down across there. My wife's done most of these plantings on this side of the yard. And then, as you can see, it's just my whole backyard is just mulched. My wife's doing a little patio break up there in the middle with some of the bricks we've gotten. On the other side of my big tree, I've got some more fern. Built a little covering there and across my deck. Just kind of give you an idea. My wife's repurposing a bunch of old metal chairs and stuff. She painted the table blue, bright Easter color along with 2 chairs, and the other 2 will be that way too. Hush, Max. A couple of my citrus trees. I keep them in pots because I bring them in. Off to the side of the deck here, we just got a few small plants planted there. Got some sweet stevia. Trying to remember what else I got there. A little bit of arugula and such. Got a banana squash there. It's going to grow right along this fence here. Banana plant, I've got that in a pot too because I've got to bring it in the winter. I don't know if I said about my citrus trees already. I keep them in pots so I can bring them in the winter. This is cherry tree. It's about 3 years old. It's got several grafts on it, so it's got like 4 different fruit, but it's pretty good size. It's doing well. It likes the mulch. A lot healthier than last year. My wife did a little flower border in the mulch here. We got some sweet potato vines and some pretty flowers in there. Got a plum tree here. Again, it's got several different grafts, so it'll do about 3 or 4 different types of plums. Trusty wheelbarrow. I don't know if we could show you here, but this little area here, this is my corn patch. I planted corn about 2 weeks ago. As you could see, I don't know if I get close enough. I've got starting to sprout here. Got another banana squash in this corner that'll likewise go that way. Then we move on to the garden side of the yard. So I've got this little fenced in area in here that was my squash bed that I talked about last time. It's filled out with grapevines right now. Love my grapes. Moving in here, I've got 4 different beds in this area. Step back here in a little bit and show you the trellis network, but cucumbers up this side of a trellis. These ones won't climb, but I could use this trellis to help hold them up. It's just green and yellow zucchini. There's some more zucchini. I think that's crookneck. Can't remember exactly which one I put there. I do have a scallop, a yellow and a white scallop squash there from seed. In this area again, all my grapevines. Got blackberries against that fence there. Raspberry bushes. And I made a little path out of wood, little ramp out of wood chips to go down into this lower part of my yard. But this is a bed here that's sectioned off and logs and stuff. I've got all these sprouts coming up through here are all potatoes. I even, I don't know, I must have planted them before I sectioned this section off because I even have potato sprouts along my path. Well, I'll just step over them as I go. Okay, against my back fence, I've got hop vines, more hops. Love hops. I recently found out you could take these new shoots from hops, the end shoots, either coming off the ground or just at the end of the vines. Trust me, it'll make more quick. And eat them. They're a little peppery. Tastes like, you know, hops and beer, but they're tasty. Got my big apple tree here that I cut off so this area is open in the sun. All this is mulched in. Over here in the corner, a little shady sometimes, but I got some strawberries. Little potato plant coming up that was down in my compost pit that this used to be. Down here I've got just in the middle of nowhere, I got a Spanish peanut. Some lavender plants. I got 2 short beds over here with some kale, lacinato kale, a couple of red chards there, and some red kale there. I've got the matching row just on the about a foot away on that side. It's my top bar beehives. And I forgot to show you my trellis from a distance over here in my squash garden, my summer squash garden. Basically, those are just cattle panels that I got from the farm store that I put posts down and just bent them over. They're 16 foot long by about 50 inches wide, and they hold up great. They'll be perfect. And I've got the same thing over here by my winter squash that I'm gonna have spaghetti squash and butternut squash hanging from trellises. So that's what I got down here. Well, actually, I've got a couple cantaloupe over here. Hubbard. Over there I got some spaghetti and some butternut. I'm actually going to double this trellis so it's twice as long. I just got this one here to see how it worked out. There's my chicken run. My lady's over there just talking away. In front of it I've got tomatoes planted, comfrey coming up that I've had for years, tomatillos, more comfrey and tomatillos. Back here I've showed my greenhouse before, and actually this is getting longer than I